fish people, welcome back to the channel. For this video we're going to talk about a cool Corydoras species that's going to stay relatively small, the Corydoras similis. These adorable speckled cories go by the common name of the smudge cory and are found in the wild in tributaries of the Rio Madeira in Brazil. They live in small tributaries, creeks, pools, and areas where the forest may be flooded during the rainy season. On average, they're only going to get between 1.5 and 2.5 inches in length, so for a tank you could go as small as a 10-gallon for these, with a group of 5. That's exactly how many I have in my tank, and I also have zebra-danios in there, a gourami, and a betta fish, so they can go with other fish as well. Water temperature-wise, anywhere from 68 to 80 are going to be good for these guys in a pH of 5.5 to 7. Now these are the specs for just keeping them, not breeding them, which are slightly different, and we'll talk about this a little later. Food-wise, things like Daphnia, tube fix, bloodworms, flake foods, pellet foods. I use Hikari freeze-dried foods, Hikari pellet foods, and extreme pellets and flakes, and these guys eat it. They love it. There's no problem. I've even thrown a little Rapashi in, and they'll nibble at that as well. Or a Dennerly Shrimp King pellet. If you do want to try your hand at breeding these, a ratio of 2 to 1 males to female has been a successful ratio people have used, a pH of 7.2 and a water temperature of 76, changed the day before the spawning actually occurs to simulate rainfall, as with most fish in this hobby. That will encourage breeding to the best part. Females will lay the eggs, males will fertilize them. Typically about 20 eggs will be laid and fertilized. If you want to set up a specific tank for these guys, a simple scape would be a natural mimic of the Amazon. So think driftwood, some roots, some live plants, a sandy substrate, and then a handful of leaves just dashed in there for a little extra sprinkle. And then you'll have a simple scape that's going to look great, and you're also going to have some cool cory cats in the tank as well. They are, of course, a peaceful fish, so they can be housed with, other peaceful things. Dwarf cichlids, rasboras, tetras, other corydoras, things of that nature. Like I said, I have mine with zebra-danios, a betta fish, a gourami, and they get along just fine. Now, you'll want to make sure you keep your water very clean for these guys. They are a little more sensitive than other cory cats, so live plants will definitely help with these to maintain your tank. Because if they do get too dirty, you're going to notice that the little barbels are going to fall off and start rotting away, and then you got to treat them for basically fin rot. So if you do notice that their barbels are slowly starting to go away, then make sure your water is clean, get it nice and clean for them. Now overall, they're a pretty fish to look at. They're a slightly different looking Corydora compared to your run-of-the-mill peppered or Julii that most people will get, or the bronze guys, or albinos. So if you want something a little spicier, a little higher price point though, you should definitely try and pick some of these up. Now, they have been relatively easy for me to care for. I didn't have to change my tank at all. I didn't have to do any crazy maintenance for them. They're in a 10-gallon tank that's extremely planted up. You can't see through it, and they do great. They hang in and out of things and behind stuff, and I haven't had any issues with them. So the only issue that I do have with them is that they're extremely hard to take pictures and videos of. It's been easier to get pictures of my Danios than these guys, and everyone knows those are a pain too. So they're very skittish compared to other fish too. So, your peppered cory cats, you can stick the camera right up in their face, and they're not going to flinch. These guys, the second I get the camera, I go like this to get a picture of them, they flitter away. So that's my only downside to these guys. So I'm going to give these guys a 9 out of 10. So as always, thank you all so much for watching and the continued support on the videos. If you did enjoy this, remember to give it a like. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've seen these guys before. And if you have kept them, what your experience has been with them. And until next time, I'll see you guys in another video.